Well, good evening, everybody. We are live with Stadia News, Episode 3. This is for Tuesday the 3rd. Pretty much going to be covering the last week's worth of news, which there's actually a lot for Stadia. So we're going to kind of hop right in. I'm going to switch screens here. You guys hear some noise in the background. Both of my 3D printers are going, so you might hear a little bit of noise from them. But, all right. So first thing, and this is probably one of the biggest features that, actually what I don't believe was even supposed to be in Q1 for a feature go live. But you can now download your screenshots and your videos that you've recorded while playing in Stadia from the Stadia website. Actually, excuse me. Let's pull up Stadia website really quick, and I'll show you. So if you go all the way to the bottom, you now have your captures down here at the bottom. You can watch them, download them. I'm going to go to one of the pictures that I took. You can actually download it right here, or you can delete it. That's pretty much your only options. There's not much you can do with them. The videos also show, like, you can actually watch it pretty much just like a YouTube video. And actually, if you guys are interested, this is why I love the bow and arrow. Where the range on this thing is insane. Look at that. I don't usually can't even get single shot kills with a sniper rifle from that far away. So oh. Okay, so captures there. This is not available in the app yet, but we do have it on the website. So that's that one. We do have a bunch of new games that have come out this week. Spitlings came out last week. I don't remember the exact date. I went ahead and picked that up. I will put a link. I did a quick 10-minute intro to it. I'm going to turn my thing down here. I am a little bright. There we go. I don't look like a ghost. We have let's see. So I'll put a link down below for my Spitlings. It's like the first 10 minutes or so, kind of moving around how to work the game and whatnot. Single player. I will probably get some multiplayer here soon. Serious Sam collection is available today for $29.99. I have not picked that one up yet, but a couple people that I've seen put videos out are actually liking it. So that one, and I think it comes with 3 versions of the game. Let's see. For the collection, I think it was 3. I don't know if it actually says here. I don't think it actually says. But it's, I believe it. I mean, it's an older game that's been remade to play on Stadia. The gameplay looks very quick, so it's kind of interesting to kind of see what how it plays. It really kind of reminds me of an older, like, Doomish style game where it's just shoot everything, kind of, lots of blood and gore and stuff like that. So it'll definitely be interesting to play. I might pick it up here one of these days. I've got so many games to play. I'm kind of getting a little bit of a backlog. SteamWorld Dig 2 is a pro game for this month. It came out on Sunday. I have played that one. I might actually do a gameplay video with that if anybody's interested. Post below if you are. SteamWorld Heist Hand of Gilgamesh is also a Stadia Pro game for this month. That one is actually kind of, not to say better than I was expecting, but man, I am still almost running no light in here. Okay. So you move around a little bit of the story, and when you get to a fight scene, you get a bunch of cards, and you can kind of choose what you want to play. Get 2 or 3 cards you can choose from out of 4 or 5. So it's kind of interesting. It wasn't a full on card game like I was expecting. It's kind of got a little bit of a mix. So Definitely check it out. Pretty much all the games that come out of Stadia, I at least try because I don't have to install them. And so I found a few games that I've actually liked that I didn't think that I would. For new game announcements, we have Lost Worlds. Actually, I think that meant Lost Words, if I remember correctly. Let's go back here. And there's a lot of information on Stadia Source. He's got tons and tons of information. Yeah, Lost Words. So that one comes out on March 27th. So here in about 3 weeks. One of my friends is actually interested in that one. Excuse me. Rock of Ages, Make and Break. I'm trying to remember which one that one was. That was a new one that's kind of... I haven't really looked into that one yet, but I did notice that they had... Oh, here it is. So it's been announced, but there is no date yet. At least that I have seen. Chris Tales is another... I think that one was right here. Don't know much about that one as well. No date on that one. Let's see, we have... Okay, Get Packed is coming soon. We still don't have a date, but it does say that it is going to support crowd play. If you don't know what crowd play is, people can click to join your game. It's not a feature that is live right now, but it is a feature that they're going to be implementing. So once, let's say I was playing crowd play, or I was playing Get Packed right now, I could put a link on this live video to where if you had the game, you could join my game, and probably depending on how the developers do it, where you can either join in live or you join in on like the next session. So if there's if you play like little missions, like on like a motocross game or something, you're racing one track, the next track, those people can jump in with you live, and they kind of, you go into like a waiting area until the next one goes live. And you can also do a certain amount of people at a time. So let's say you had, it supports 4 players, I'm one, so 3 people can jump in. If there's a 4th that does, then they would wait till, their next turn kind of thing. That's kind of how we're expecting it to play or to work, so we'll kind of see how it goes. A huge announcement this week from, I don't remember, I think it's like Laramie Studios, I think is what it was. Something close to that. For Baldur's Gate 3. Let's see if it actually says. Larian Studios. I know I was close. So they did a live announcement. I believe it was Thursday. I will post a link to it below as well. Once we're done with the live video. So they had about 45 minutes to an hour of live play on the game that they've created so far. It is a very, very much D&D game. So if you're familiar with D&D and how the mechanics work, I just started playing D&D with my brother last week, so it was kind of cool that we played D&D on Wednesday night, and I'd never played it before, so I never understood the mechanics, how the dice work, all that kind of stuff. And then Thursday morning, Baldur's Gate gets announced, and the gameplay, it's like playing D&D mixed with a video game. It's kind of interesting. As of right now, I'm not too interested in it, but I think as I get further into the D&D style of, the tabletop game, I think I'll understand Baldur's Gate a little more. It's a lot of mechanic to understand, and I never played any of the older ones. And it does list, I think somewhere on, one of the Stadia posts or whatever, that it is going to support cross-platform multiplayer, which I believe it's releasing to PC and Stadia at the same time. So it means that PC players can play with Stadia players, live together. So if you had a friend that was on PC and you were on Stadia, you could still play together, which is an awesome feature, and I'm waiting for more games to support that now that we're starting to get the network infrastructure and things like that, to where you can hopefully play with people on Xbox, or if PlayStation ever decides that they want to do anything multiplayer with anybody else. They're kind of the stragglers and holding everybody back right now. At least it's my opinion. Division 2 was announced for the Warlords of New York version. I don't know if that's like a DLC or if that's just the Division 2 game. I haven't looked into it too much, but it does come on March 17th. And it is going to feature crossplay, which is going to be nice. So if you've played it on PC, because Division 2 is like $3 right now on Ubisoft, or at least it was. I don't know if the sale is still going on, but if it is, I'll post a link below. Anyway, it's going to support crossplay, which crossplay is a little different. It allows you to play, or like I play on my computer, and it will save where I'm at. And then when I come to Stadia, I'm still at the same progression point, which makes it nice if you're jumping between systems or whatnot. I don't know, how much the crossplay and stuff's going to work. I don't even know what systems Division 2 is on, if it's on PlayStation or Xbox. I haven't actually looked. I don't own either one of those consoles, so I'm a little more of a PC and Stadia guy almost exclusively. We did get some updates on Borderlands 3. Got a hot fix on 227. I don't think there's anything as far as like any added features or gameplay additions. It was mainly just to fix some stuff. The Ghost Recon Breakpoint immersive mode did get delayed. We did not get a date on it as far as I know. And a lot of people were still trying to figure out exactly what this immersive mode they're talking about is. So more info to come on that as it comes out and we get it. Trials Rising, they are having an anniversary event. Let me pull that one up because so this is a 1-year anniversary for Trials. Let's see, it was right. I thought it was right here on this first page, but maybe not. If you guys see it before me, point it out. Might have been on the second page. So they're having anniversary event. They're having some free gear and stuff you can get. That was either further than I thought, or you're able to get, there's a helmet, 2 or 3 helmets you can get depending on how much you play. I'm not seeing it. We'll get back here. So they're having some gear crates. They have 4 anniversary helmet accessories that you're going to be able to get. And you can claim the Lynx helmet for free during the event. And I think after the event, you can purchase it for, I believe it was 30, whatever their in-game currency is. And there was a second batch of Twitch Prime loot for those of you that have Twitch Prime and are playing on Destiny 2. There was 4 pieces of gear. I think I'm trying to remember what they were now. But 4 pieces of gear, so go and claim that. They were all exotic, if I remember correctly. And I knew there's also, I think they're starting a new event for Destiny 2, or the new season was coming out, that they had some new content that they're going to be releasing. There's always so much content for Destiny 2. I can never keep up with all of it. It's so much, and then on top of all the Stadia stuff, it's crazy. I did want to mention that these are 2 of the games for Stadia Pro. There is a third, Grid is the third one, so make sure you go and claim those if you're a Stadia Pro member. Most people usually probably claim them the first day because it's, everybody's always excited about the new games. But they are trying to host, I think it was Cloud Gaming X is hosting almost every weekend. He's trying to get some of these 40 car races going, trying to get a bunch of live people playing. So keep an eye on that. I did not make this last week's, but I did make it on the Stadia Super Saturday one, and it was a blast. I think we had 34 to 37 cars on the race, and it was awesome. It was a lot of fun just to play with real players. Racing with a ton of real players instead of the AI is a lot harder. Most people, I don't think I ever got above like 12th or 10th. So there's some pretty good racers out there. Some cool things that are coming out. This is not available in my area, but Verizon is offering a deal if you get their FiOS gigabit connection, you are getting a Stadia Premier package, which includes 3 months of Stadia Pro with that deal. So Google is starting to put their product out there with with these bundles, especially internet bundles. And I think I've also heard that, was it Verizon, and there was another one over, I think it was like in the UK, that was kind of doing the same kind of thing. So it's kind of interesting to see which internet providers are actually going to start supporting Stadia and making it, kind of this package deal kind of thing. It's really neat to see how Stadia is starting to mature just a little bit. We're starting to see more features. We did get an update, and I didn't have it on here, but we did get an update to the app this last week. Nothing really feature-wise, but it did mention some family stuff, which I'm interested in. I actually have 5 Stadia accounts. All 3 of my daughters have Stadia, as well as my wife does. And we have played, so I have a 150 megabit connection, and we've had 3 instances of Stadia running all at the same time without any issues. So either I've got a really good network, or Stadia does know how to kind of load balance itself a little bit. But that was kind of interesting. I want to kind of push those limits a little bit and see how many instances of Stadia I could run on a 150 meg connection. So far I've been able to do 3. If you guys have like to follow some websites, Stadia Source is a great place to get news. There's info on games, so you got upcoming games. You can sort them by like publisher, resolution, if you're interested there, and genre. You can also, if you sign up and you're a member, you can also add these to your collection. So other players, if you go to the Player Hub, you can see other players that have a lot of the same games that you do, and maybe start, I don't say hooking up with those players, but connecting with those players, and have more people to play with. You got some content creators, podcasts, stuff like that, but definitely sign up and keep up with the news here. I did find a new website, which is kind of interesting. It's called Stadiadb.app, is the actual web address, and I will link it below as well. So this has all of the current Stadia sales. It tells you the discount amount, the original price, what it's on sale for, and I believe this is lowest recorded price, or lowest, I believe that's what it is. It gives you a store link, and also if you want to play it, if you already own it, you can launch it right from here. So this gives you all the current ones. These give you all the bundles. And the nice thing I like about this is, let's say that it's been on sale for 10. Sorry, let's go to a bigger one here. Let's go to Borderlands Super. So this one right now is 50. The sale price, let's say this goes off the sale for a month and then comes back and it's 60. This, they'll let you know that at one point it was on sale for 50, so you might want to wait a little bit if you're wanting to pick it up on a sale. So good info here. These are some add-ons, like additional content type stuff. I usually don't buy much of that. I'm not too worried about aesthetics and how good my characters look that I have to spend extra money for it. I'd rather just either earn it in-game or not have it. Okay, that's pretty much it for tonight. If you guys have any questions, make sure you post it below. I do respond to as many, if not all, of the comments or questions in the comments below. I will post all of the links and locations that I have found this information. Most of it, most of the stuff has been covered on Stadia Source. So if you guys want to dive into a little more on some of these, you can find most of this information on Stadia Source. It's pretty much one of the best places to get, the content. I'm going to be putting out this video every Tuesday. I'm going to try for 8:30, between 8:30 and 9, so you guys can join in. This is going to try to be a live video every week with current news, and then maybe once or twice I'll be releasing other videos for reviews and things like that. But I'll also be trying to do some gameplay videos, sometimes live, sometimes it'll just be like an intro to a game to kind of see how I like it. So definitely stay tuned for those. Make sure you hit that like button if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you know every time I go live, anytime I put a new video out. And also add me if you want on Stadia. My account is just NaytonTech. I'm a founder, so there's no number afterwards. And my cat's trying to play with my stuff. Crazy cat. Let's see. Yeah, add me NaytonTech on there, and so we can maybe try and play sometime. You guys have seen most of the games that I have. Destiny 2, obviously. I do have Borderlands 3. Trials Rising, I've been playing a lot with my daughter. Spitlings, we've been playing. And that is one of those games you almost want to rage quit because it does get quite frustrating. But that also is the fun part about it. So it's kind of gets you, kind of hits you from both sides. Grid, I do get on and play. That 40 player is definitely fun. So I'll try to hit some of you guys up and see some of you on that on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, whenever they do those big races. Darksiders Genesis, I do play a little bit. Red Dead, let's see. I knew there was another multiplayer one in here. But if any of you guys play these, definitely hit me up. We can play. Rise of the Tomb Raider, I've played a little bit of multiplayer on that one as well. Until next week, guys, have a good one and enjoy Stadia.